What is going on, guys? Dippities are back. Today we're going to be talking about all the stuff that I want to do to my Can-Am X3. A lot of you guys have been asking since I posted that video of us going mudding. This X3 did terrific in that mud for how deep I went. I want to go a little bit deeper. Got to do a couple modifications to this thing to get it southern mud ready. So what do I mean when I need to get my X3 southern mud ready? Well, it's pretty simple as it sounds. You guys have seen the rigs down here in the south. Big side-by-sides, big four-wheelers, just big everything. They're on big tires, big lifts, and that's basically what I need to do to my X3. My X3 right now is set up for, you know, dirt riding, desert, probably not sand because I don't have sand paddles, but basically it's not for mud. X3 did pretty good in my opinion when I did take it through the mud. If you guys want to see that video, link will be in the description below when I take my X3 in southern mud for the first time. But when I talk about getting my X3 southern mud ready, there are some things that I need to do to it that is pretty straightforward, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you the list of some things that I came up with that I want to do to my X3. So if you guys see me look down at my phone during any of this video, I'm looking at the list I have on my phone. The first thing that I don't really need to get as soon as possible, but it's going to be something that I want to get in the future, would be a lift for the X3. It doesn't need it right now, but when I get big tires, it will lift it up just a little bit. But yeah, a lift in the future will definitely be nice when I'm going through those big mud holes and I don't want to bottom out on the mud. But yeah, pretty straightforward, a lift. Next thing I want to get is, doesn't have to pertain to mud riding, just in general, I want a windshield. Either a half windshield, you know, I don't want a full windshield and have to get a windshield wiper kit and worry about anything like that. But either a half windshield or a flip-up windshield. The flip-up windshield will take care of not having a windshield wiper. So when I go through a bunch of mud, I can lift the windshield up so I have straight vision. I won't get covered in mud and not be able to see. So either a half windshield that's probably tinted, I want to get a tinted half windshield, or a full windshield that's able to flip up. I know Super ATV has one. I think they're like 500 bucks. But yeah, that's something that I need to get. Even riding around here on dirt roads, when I go to Caleb's house, Paradox, I usually take my side-by-side and I hit the dirt road and I'm like 7 minutes away from his house. So I usually take the dirt road. I don't want bugs and shit flying in my face. I don't want, you know, rocks kicking up. Me and Paradox were riding down to a fishing spot, and we were driving at night and we saw a clump of dirt fly off my wheel right in front of us. The X3 hit it and all the dirt from that claw just went all on our faces. So I really need a windshield regardless of it being for a mudding event or anything like that. Just a windshield in general is a must-have, even if it is only a half windshield. If you guys want to give any input on anything I'm talking about like this, brands or things I need, leave it in the comments below and I'll definitely take a look at it and try to use your guys' opinions on what I'm going to get for my X3. So another thing, I've already kind of talked about this, but is tires. Big mud tires is definitely something I need. I don't want to go too aggressive because the X3 is built for speed. I don't want to, you know, get big skinny tractor tires and not be able to go fast. But yeah, just a kind of moderate, more aggressive mud tire than I have right now, I think will do perfectly. Like I said, leave your opinions in the comments below, and maybe I can get a mud tire that's still a pretty good mud tire that will get me through some holes, but also it's not going to ruin my drivability on, you know, dirt roads and on pavement and stuff like that when I do take my side-by-side out, not in the mud. Going along with the tires, wheels is definitely something that I want to look at. I want to get bigger wheels because if you guys have an X3, you guys know the problem with rocks getting stuck in between the caliper and it's rubbing on the inside of the wheel. I think I showed you guys the damage that the rocks do. When I picked up these tires, I showed you the inside of the wheel and it's all scraped up from rocks. But yeah, wheels is definitely something I want to get in the future. Probably along with tires, I'll probably get a combo, just bigger wheels and bigger tires, and I think that will set this X3 off for the mud. Something that you really need when you're going through deep holes is a snorkel. Snorkel kits can get pretty expensive. I don't want to make my own snorkel kit for a $28,000 machine. So an OEM snorkel kit would definitely be on the to-do list for getting this thing southern mud ready. Now, there's not really much to talk about a snorkel. It's pretty much something that is a necessity when you're going through deep mud. I got a couple ideas left to do to this X3. One is probably a necessity too, and the other is kind of an aesthetic look. I'll talk about the necessity first, is a winch. If I do end up going through a deep mud hole and get stuck and I'm by myself, I'm gonna need a way to pull myself out. So a winch is definitely gonna be on the top priority list. Even if I'm with people, I can still hook up a winch to their machine and have them pull me out, but a winch is definitely something that you're gonna want when you're going through mud. Or even if, say you're driving on the side of the road and you get a little squirrely and you go into the ditch and you can't get yourself out with four-wheel drive or whatever for some reason, you're gonna want a winch to hook to a tree and try to pull yourself out. But yeah, a winch is definitely a must-have for building this X3. And the last thing, it's not really a must-have, but it's something that I want. It's full doors. For instance, if I'm going straight and I go through some mud and I turn to the right, that tire is kicking up all that mud straight through the bottom of the door. I don't know how it does it, but I will get hit with sand, mud, anything when I'm turning to the right. Vice versa for the passenger, if I'm turning to the left, they're getting hit with mud, sand, all that stuff. So full doors is definitely something that I'm gonna want in the future. It's probably not gonna happen right away, but it'll also make the X3 look a lot cooler too. I've been home for like 45 minutes and my girlfriend's asking me if I got home. Probably should have texted her. But yeah guys, that is the list of things that I want to do to my X3 to get it southern mud ready. It goes through some holes perfectly fine right now, but if I want to go through some deeper holes, those are some upgrades, aftermarket parts that I'm gonna have to get for my X3. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, opinions, leave them in the comments below. I usually read every single comment. If I don't get back to you, I'm sorry, but I try to reply to everyone within the first couple hours of the video posting. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below right away. Leaving a like on this video and subscribing helps me out a lot. Full-time YouTuber, just moved into this house. If you guys want to see some behind the scenes, some house tours or whatever, subscribe to my second channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Dippin' Diesel.